almost over 20 years of service dealing with youth in high needs communities, this issue of taking them out of the communities and showing them that the world has so much more to offer, further than just sports, but also education, but also cultural exchanges, the embodiment of getting them together and learning different cultures, learning different, how different races and nationalities do things. It embodies exchange, embodies trying to make young men be great student athletes, great community individuals, great friends, great family. It's a chance for a lot of kids to get a second chance. It's teaching them values. It's a new experience. It's a new country. It's living in one house with 22 other males. There's rules, there's regulations. So when you're bringing these kids together, you're almost changing their whole environment, you're changing their whole mindset. It's a whole holistic approach to education and also development.
Hi, my name is Jake Gray. I'm 19 years old, from Toronto, Canada, class of 2014. I first came down here in probably middle of July, and I just came down here to get a little bit more early training to get into shape before everyone else shows up, so the process is faster when season starts. The training schedule here is it's really good. So we train about 2-3 times a day. The first one is around, it's 8:30, and that's like going to the weight room at LA Fitness, working out. The second one is around 1 o'clock, and that's more of a skills training, so ball handling, shooting, footwork. And the third practice is at around 7 o'clock, and that's just team concept. Coaches are, I respect them a lot, because they give out good advice. They're just good people in general. They look for the best in you. And basketball-wise, they're really their IQ is really high for the game, and that's one thing I really respect about them, because obviously I'm trying to pursue basketball as my career. They might be strict at times, but yeah, I don't take it as them jumping on me, ganging up on me. I take it more as just bringing me, uplifting me to become a better player.
My name's Ray Kasongo. I'm 18 years old, from Toronto, Canada, class of 2014. I was originally born in Montreal, Quebec. Moved to Toronto when I was 5. And my sophomore year here in Canada, I decided to go to a prep in Kentucky to get more exposure and to better myself. So I did that, and now I'm here in a position. I got two really good schools recruiting me pretty hard, UConn and Oregon, and I'm just, here with my coaches and family, just weighing the pros and cons of both schools and trying to make, a good decision for me and my family and coaches. Got down here in Phoenix, to phase one around, I'd say September, mid-September, and so far everything's been great. There's been, a few challenges, like trying to bond with the teams, just because they're from different areas, like, from Nigeria, France, and, but everything's working out pretty good, and, we got great coaches that care deeply about us. There's rules, like, about phones, players trying not to have their phones out after 10 o'clock, and, you can't practice if you don't have your homework completed, and you have to set out games, if your grades, if you don't have a certain GPA, and they throw a bunch of rules at us, but that's only because they care about us and they want to see us succeed, and that's really going to help us in the long run. So I'm just here trying to fit in, do my thing and just be the best person that I can be. Ever since I was a kid, a lot of people always doubted me, telling me, that I wasn't gonna go D1, that, I was too slow, I was uncoachable and so on. But, I just kept on, listening to all the people that's helped me so far, telling me to just keep working and to, just be focused and stay humble and be hungry. And that's what I did, every day. I just try to be the best person that I can be and, just work hard. So, hopefully when everything is said and done, I can go to the next level. And after that, hopefully to the league.
My name is Deshaun Montague from Toronto, Ontario, class 2014. I arrived in September 2013. There are some people I knew due to the fact that I played in grassroots in Toronto, but there's other people I didn't know from other countries, such as Australia, Senegal, that they're strangers to me because I didn't know who they were. As team chemistry started to get built, I started becoming friends with them, became cool, hanging out, playing table tennis, as well as going to LA Fitness, lifting weights. I'm from Toronto, Ontario. In Toronto, I'm initially from the Jane Strip. When playing basketball in Toronto, it's hard to be able to stay focused because there's so many different things around you, such as violence, drugs, abuse. So being able to come here away from all that violence is very great. It's able to get my mind ready because I want to go to college. Phase one, I'm a post-grad student, meaning I've graduated high school, and I'm here to develop myself mentally and physically. One of the things I do mentally is there's a test called the SAT test, which enables you to play Division I basketball. So the test is very important. So they prepare us very well by making us do some stuff on math, English. I practice around 3 times a day. I begin in the morning at 8:30. I go to LA Fitness, lift some weights, and then I go back home for lunch. And around 1, 2 o'clock, I either get some skill practicing with my coach, where I go back and put up some shots, prepare myself for practice, which is at 7 o'clock, which is our team practicing, where we do team-oriented stuff with our team defense and team offense. Team practice is very important because it builds team chemistry. When you're on the court, you need to know each other's strengths and weaknesses and where people like the ball so you could help your stats as well as their stats. So team practice is very important.
They need to know that they're valued and that their living conditions do not need to be substandard. That if they're going to put in the time and effort and work into themselves, we're going to put the spending on the right type of stuff that they need. Going to the 2 houses and seeing the backyard, which is well manicured with a pool and a jacuzzi, on the outskirts of a golf course, a nice balcony that overlooks this whole backyard. The decor inside the house, the furniture, everything was top of the line. They had the space, lunch and breakfast and stuff are cooked for them in the morning, computers, vehicles to get them from to and fro from practice to school. Everything is geographically in an area that is close and convenient, and it gives them a safe environment because, as I said, the community is looking out for them, but it's also in a gated community where they need to have an access code to punch in and access code to punch out.
I see. You know what he's doing? He's going like this. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
I'm Solomon Cyrus, I'm 17, I'm from Nigeria, class of 2014.
My name is Adrian Adams, I'm 17, I'm from Brampton, Ontario, and I'm of the class of 2015.
I got a scholarship back in Nigeria, so I came to the States a year ago.
Living in this house has taught me a lot of things.
I played for arms school in Arizona. I helped them win state championship.
I'm used to living with just my mom and my two brothers, but now I have to live with a whole bunch of people that I really don't know. So it teaches me how to have like an open mind.
Then someone told me about phrase one.
Training is really good. When I first came to this academy, I didn't really like training.
The first week of summer was with Coach Wayne, and I noticed that I improved a lot.
Now training made me really like it because I noticed that I was getting better, especially for game time. It's making me play better because I know what I'm doing instead of just improvising.
Their goals and their dreams all help us come together, unified as a family, unified as one in terms of trying to reach our individual and collective goals. And thank you again for this day. Thank you for countless blessings for our family. So that's the help defense part of it. And when we say no middle penetration, again, guys, we don't want guys to go down the middle. When they go down the middle, now they have option. Half-court offense is not for you. It is for you to be able to create and for guys.
It's at the screen. If they're open, they'll shoot the ball. If they're not, the big come up, pick a roll. Or he'll do like a little fake. He won't go all the way through. He'll pop back out.
So that's gonna end up with Boubacar. You stay here. Stay. Don't drift over here. Don't roll down here. Because Ray, you're okay. You're gonna be the first look on that roll.
Holy shit.
Yo, the sounds like a whale, like. Yo, I can't flip. Ah. Yo.
This is the worst pool workout ever.
One of the things I liked about Phase 1 was that it was run by a teacher. So that was one of the overall things that made me really excited about it, because there's a lot of stigmas around coaches in sports that they would let the education piece lack in order for the sport aspect of it to, take the forefront. And the one thing about Wayne is the education is number one, sports is second. From all my years dealing with Wayne, he's been honorable, he's been a man of his word. Whatever he said usually happens. Wayne never had a problem with working with people that the status quo people would not work with. And that's the way I work. So it was a natural connection. So the vision of Phase 1 was forward movement, partnerships, helping youth to be great student athletes. When we start to identify the young men that we thought were leaders to build this team, it was a hard process. A lot of these guys, even though they were stars on their team, were not necessarily leaders. So Wayne identified who they thought were leaders, i.e. basketball players, i.e. politicians, i.e. Parents, i.e. co-workers, whatever the issues were, teachers. And then we tried to find out the issues and the points that these kids identified that would make these people leaders and why they were so enamored with these people. We started to identify the steps that they needed to take in order to become a great leader. Being from the US, I've studied all the prototype programs that they have in terms of prep schools and bringing kids on, learning from their, the mistakes, the things that they could do better, the things that they want to do better, and then advising Wayne on how we can make sure that we don't make those same mistakes. With funding, if you don't have the money, it makes you do things that you're not supposed to do. So that was one of the things that Wayne said he didn't want to make. He didn't want to make those type of mistakes. He didn't want to compromise education or honorable ways of doing things for the dollar. So in doing this now, we're looking to find funders, but we want funders that follow the same vision. One of the things that had me going about this program was that we're trying to make good individuals. We weren't trying to make NBA players. We're not trying to make superstars. We're trying to make superstars in the classroom, superstars in their community.
I got him.
All right. Phase 1, worst pool workout in history.
Number 11, Alvaro Merlot. Phase 1 Academy is coached by Mr. Wayne Dawkins. And now,
my name is Alvaro Merlo. I'm from Argentina. I'm 18 years old and I'm in class 2014. I grew up in Argentina, in the city of Buenos Aires. I moved to Arizona since the last days of August. And well, my first language is Spanish, and nobody speaks Spanish in the house. So at the first time was difficult, but now I can talked with all the people and I understand all, so I'm happy for that. And all the guys helped me to improve my English. Well, I knew about Phase One because I went to the camp of Basketball Without Frontiers, and they connect me with these trainers of Phase One. So I accept to come here, and well, I'm really happy now because I really like the Arizona and the house and train. We train really hard in Phase One, and I'm really happy about that. We train 3 times a day or 2 times a day. We train in the morning before we go to school, and then after school, the other trainings. So this is really important for me because my decision of be here is about train and success. So we are doing all for this.
Camaraderie, I'm 18. I'm Toronto, Ontario, class of 2014. You just gotta do what you gotta do to make it where you want to go in life. But it's been challenging at times. There's guys from Argentina, big guy from Senegal, a guy from Germany, um, everywhere, Congo. Challenges like the language barriers and stuff. But we're all working together to help everyone get through. Training begins at 8:30 in the morning. It's a 2-hour workout, weight training, condition training. Um, it's about 2 hours, and then the next training session is around 12:45, 12:30ish. It's mostly like individual stuff, free throws, just polishing up my game and working on different areas that I need to work on. Post moves, high post, low post, mid range, stuff I gotta work on for the next level. It's very necessary for things to function well. We have a lot of chores. Every week, there's a board in the house with chores like bathroom, dishes, mopping, sweeping, vacuuming, all those kind of things. So we're all responsible for things in the house, and that's why the house runs the way it does in such a well manner. My dream is to make it to the NBA, and I know the next step is Division I basketball. So that's why I'm here.
My name is Caleb Mitolino. I'm 15 years old. I'm from Australia, and I'm of the class of 2016. I was born and I lived in Australia for 11 years. Then I moved to Abu Dhabi, and that's where basketball really took off for me. And my last year there, my spring coach, his name is Saeed Al-Naji, connected me with Wayne Dawkins, and that's how I got connected with the Phase One, and now I'm here. So coming to Phoenix, Arizona, I mean, it was really a blessing from God, and because He just really showed me that's just a mix of different areas that I've